heart's calling me. Won't make my mama burn. It's gonna cause a scene. She sees her baby girl. I know she's gonna scream. Girl, get down. You're the only girl. We dance at the club. Oh mama, I just had the fun. On stage in my heels. It's where I belong. Down at the pink only club. I keep on dancing at the pink only club. I keep on dancing down to West Hollywood.
On the campus of Ashland University, it's Great Midwest Athletic Conference women's soccer action as the Ashland University Eagles, sporting a record of 11-2-4 and 9-0-4 in conference play host to the Northwood Timberwolves, who enter 10-1-5 on the campaign, 7-1-5 in Great Midwest Athletic Conference play. And hello and welcome here inside the press box at Ferguson Field. I'm Cade Krackus on the call here today as we get ready for one of the biggest games of the 2025 season for both of these two sides. On the side of the Eagles, the reason why this is so massively important is because with a win here today or a tie, they'd take first place in the conference and host in the semifinal and the championship rounds. If they are in fact to lose today and Northwood is to beat them, they'll fall to the number 3 spot and play on Saturday and host Thomas More here at Ferguson Field. There's a lot to ride on this game here today. The Eagles currently sit with that record of 11-2-4 in the season. They still have not lost in conference play, and most recently they've had a lot of ties come in the mix for them. Coming off their last game against Cedarville, they tied that one 1-1 here at Ferguson Field. In the game before that against Findlay, they tied that 0-0 as well. So they're on a little bit of a skid right now in terms of getting draws in their win-loss tie column. So they're hoping to respond here today with hopefully getting right back in the win column and finishing off the regular season on a high note. As well, if they're to win this game or tie it, they'll take outright first place for the regular season and be declared GMAC regular season champions. And on the side of Northwood, things aren't really too affecting for them. They currently have the number 4 spot on a lock. A win doesn't really do much for them. A loss doesn't do anything for them. It's really just getting themselves some momentum and their feet underneath themselves as the conference tournament is just a couple of days away. So for the Timberwolves, they're looking to play spoilers here today and upset this Eagles side and really hinder them when it comes to the conference tournament and a chance to host it. We'll see what happens. Can the Eagles prevail and find a win here at home and end their 2-game tie skid? We'll find out here soon as we've got our starting lineups and kickoff coming your way here in just a few moments. You're listening to the Eagle Network on FloCollege.
And Ashland University encourage and promote sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Profanity, racial or ethnic comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. With your help, we can make this an event for all to enjoy. Thank you. Let's meet tonight's teams. First for the Timberwolves. In goal, number 0, Lindsay Jacob. Defender, number 3, Ava Kettler. A defender, number 4, Gemma D. Alamonte. Forward number 9, Ella Boyd. A forward number 12, Claire Gagne. Defender number 15, Annalise Sabo. Forward number 16, Maury Jackson. A forward number 17, Ashton Lang. Midfielder number 18, Chloe Wishart. Forward number 24, Carly Boyd. And defender number 25, Reagan Brengman. Northwood is coached by Mike Corhonen, Savannah Wallace, and Brant Sanchez. Now, for your Ashland University Eagles. In goal, fifth-year senior, number 1, Jaya Daniel. A defender, senior number 3, Natalie Miscarrick. Freshman forward, number 5, Tessa Blaine. A forward, senior number 8, Danny Hicks. A defender, junior number 10, Clara Richardson. Midfielder, junior number 16, Haley Hightower. Freshman midfielder, number 19, Carly Kress. A midfielder, senior number 25, Emily Pate. Junior defender, number 27, Addie Turnball. A forward, freshman, number 28, Cece Craig. And junior defender, number 33, Kellen Fossil. The Eagles are coached by Caleb Polino, Grace Labadie, and Rachel Lynch. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask those who are able, please rise, remove your hats, and sing along as we honor America with the national anthem.
I won't just survive. Oh, you will see me thrive. Can write my story. I'm beyond the work attack. I won't just conform.
Welcome back here on the campus of Ashland University. As I said in the pregame show, it's one of the biggest, most important games of the 2025 campaign, mainly for the Ashland University Eagles, who with a win here today would secure first in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference. A tie would do the exact same thing as well, but a loss would knock them down to third in the standings and would end up forcing them to not have a first-round bye and host the Thomas More Saints in the quarterfinal round on Saturday here at Ferguson Field. I'm Cade Krakus on the broadcast here today, brought to you by the Eagle Network on FloCollege. Let's take a look at our starters between these two teams as we get ready for things to commence here momentarily. In goal, it'll be Jaya Daniel for the Eagles, followed by Natalie Miscarrick, Tessa Blaine, Danny Hicks, Claire Richardson, Hallie Hightower, Carly Kress, Emily Pate, Addie Turnball, Cece Craig, and Kellen Fossil on the side of the Timberwolves. They'll be trotting out their usuals as well. Jacob in between the pipes, Kettler, Dielmonte, Boyd, Giannia, Sabo, Jackson, Lang, Wishart, Boyd, and Brengman. We are moments away from getting this one underway as these two teams are set to break their huddles here momentarily. The Eagles moving from left to right, the Timberwolves from right to left. A reminder, the Eagles wearing their white uniforms here today with purple lettering and numbering. They've got purple bottoms on with white stripes down the bottom sides. The goaltender, Daniel, is wearing an all-pink outfit with white gloves. And on the side of the Timberwolves, they've got their navy uniforms from top to bottom with white lettering and numbering. And their goaltender has got a green outfit on here tonight. And we are about to begin with the Timberwolves, starting with possession right at that AU logo, dead set in the middle of Ferguson Field. Kickoff commences, and they've started with possession. We'll drop it all the way back here defensively, and the Timberwolves can set up shop here and slowly move their way forward. Kicks at far side of the field. This one's poked right back towards the middle now. Popped up into the air. Ball kind of in limbo here to start as the Timberwolves have it on the throw. This one tossed down the line. Looking to get the ball as forward as possible is kind of the name of the game for the Timberwolves, and then catch the defense lacking. This one played towards the middle. Maintained by Pate, far side played, right in front of that Timberwolf bench. Drop back here to the midfield line. Ashland playing it forward. Blaine drops it to Pate. Pate looking for a through ball forward. Taps it towards Hicks, and Hicks is pressured from behind. That ball's stolen away for a moment. Kicked out of play. And Ashland's got a throw here. 44 minutes ago, we're got about a minute gone by. Lots have packed in here to Ferguson Field on this cold and windy night in Ashland, Ohio. It is pre-hot chocolate and popcorn night for Ashland University students. So many of those individuals out here to support the team here today in hopes of potentially securing the #1 spot in the conference. Something that Ashland has done routinely, time and time again over the past couple of years. Remember, they've won 3 of the last 4 conference championships and have won 3 of the last 4 regular season championships as well. Their one loss in the regular season side of things, in the championship side, is to Cedarville a couple of seasons back, and then their only loss in the conference tournament in the past 4 years is against the Northwood Timberwolves, this very team that they're going up against right here on the pitch. Out of play it goes, and we've got a throw far sideline now for Northwood. 42-55 and counting here remains in the first half of play. Ball played forward on the move now. Blaine's going to put some pressure on that opposing team's defense. Reminder, Blaine was incredibly important for the Eagles in the tie against Cedarville just a couple of days back on Saturday. At one point in time, the two teams were tied 0-0 for quite a while, actually, and then Cedarville opened things up with a goal late in the second half, giving them a 1-0 edge. And then Tessa Blaine, when it mattered the most, curled the ball with her left foot, her off foot as well, into the bottom left corner to tie up the game and ultimately leave with a point. Ball played out, popped up into the air. Bodies collide. This one comes down towards the middle. Reminder, Cedarville and Ashland have played twice in the regular season, tying both those results. Ashland and Northwood now have played twice this season, with the second installment today determining of a lot. Remember, the first one was a 1-1 tie as well. And then Ashland's faced Findlay, and they drew 0-0. So the top 4 teams in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference at this point, Ashland has drawn against. Hicks plays it far side of the box and can't get it to Hightower on the run, as that ball will slowly but surely roll out of play, and we've got a throw. Northwood would have loved to see that be a goal kick, but unfortunately it kind of caromed away more towards that corner flag than it did the goal line. Looking for a throw now here, down towards their bench, popped up into the air. Kick sky high, and that ball goes out. Last touch by Ashland. Just a couple of minutes into this one. These two teams' previous meeting came back on October 15th. Not nearly a month ago yet, but certainly about 3 weeks or so. Played over here close side. Craig. Ball on her right foot, looks to play it forward. Pressured from behind. Lots of pressure. Gets muscled off the ball. And Northwood has it back. But back in that meeting, that 1-1 draw came on an Ashland goal in the first half and a Northwood goal in the second half. And it was Emily Pate just 3 minutes into the game. And then Ella Boyd with just 46 seconds to go in the game that ended up making it a level matchup. Played back away by Northwood towards the middle of the field. And here's a chance for them to really piece together their first counterattack and offensive stint of the game. On the move here, close left corner. Tapped right back into the mix, played towards the box. Trapped by Richardson. Cleared away towards the middle of the field. Hightower settles it down. In that game, both teams shot the ball an awful lot. Ashland ended up with 18 shots on the game, 6 on goal. Northwood 10 shots, 4 on goal. But as you can see right now, these two teams are playing some of their best soccer at the right time of the year, and that's in the regular season finale. And right now, we have got no shots for either one of these two teams. This one's thrown in here towards the edge of the 18. Trapped down by Northwood. Played far side. Little give and go action going to be taken away here by the Eagles. Played forward on the move. Hicks and company press this Northwood back line, and look at the speed of Danny Hicks. Muscles a player off the ball, and here she goes. 2 on 3 for the Eagles. Danny Hicks, double-digit goal scorer on the campaign for Ashland. Gets inside the box and will look to cross something here. Played off the Timberwolf defense. Dropped, cleared. Right back down to Ashland, though. Miss Carrick. Ball on her right foot. Back to her left. Tussling back for possession, and she'll lose it. Craig's there for the comfortable control, though. But wow, you very rarely see Danny Hicks display such physicality. More of a quick, elusive forward. That time, gets involved in a characteristic of her game that she normally doesn't show. On the move towards the far right corner. Ashland trying to get there in time, and that's played out. And we've got ourselves a goal kick. 38-10 and counting to go here in half number 1. You're watching the Eagle Network on FloCollege. I'm Cade Krakus. On the edge of the box, it's settled down here and controlled by Northwood as they get ready to boot this ball away. It's Jacob to do the honors. And the funny thing is Jacob has been such a staple for them for so long that when these two teams matched up at Northwood, it'd be 3 seasons ago now, back in 2023, in the championship game where Northwood won on penalty kicks, Jacob was the one in between the pipes. She made 8 saves in that game to help lead the Timberwolves to a conference championship, including multiple that occurred late in extra time and then in the penalty shootout, which they beat Ashland 4-2. Since then, Ashland has beat Northwood twice and tied against them once. Or tied against them twice, I guess technically it would be, including this season. So since that loss in penalty kicks just a couple of years back, Northwood and Ashland, that rivalry has been dominated by the Eagles with 2 wins, both of which coming towards the end of last year's campaign, the 2024 season. They won the conference championship 3-1 here in Ashland and then beat them up on the road in Midland, Michigan 4-1. And as I mentioned before, this year, we've only seen a 1-1 tie between the two sides up until today. What will the result be? Make sure to stay tuned to find out. 36-20 and counting left. Ball played here close side of the field. Miss Carrick takes her time with the right leg. Loses it. And out of play. It was Ella Boyd who stole that away from Miss Carrick, and then it was lost out of bounds by Ashton Lang. Craig will toss it in. Blaine. Last touch by Northwood. Another throw here for the Eagles. 35-50 and counting. Toss towards this right corner, and again it goes out. This will probably be the rhythm in the the tempo of this game. Lots of methodical possessions, and it really might come down to who makes a mistake first. Hicks, ball, far side of the box, a beautifully curled ball, but it's just played a little bit too hard, and no one's there for it for the Eagles. Last touch by Ashland. Northwood's got a goal kick. Since joining the Great Midwest Athletic Conference, Ashland, like we mentioned, has won 3 of the last 4 championships and are poised to make a strong run towards a 4th of the last 5 this season. Chipped up here, close corner, and here's a chance for Northwood. Down with it, it's Lang. Plays it inside the box, cleared away by Ashland. And Northwood showing a bit of life here on the offensive end. Lang with the throw. Tossing it in towards the box. Cleared away by Ashland. Kettler settles it. Hicks with some pressure, but not enough to cause any falters in this defense. Chapped with the right foot, played with the left. Hightower. Back over to Richardson. Good give and go. Now to Kress. Left leg sends it. .33-45 and counting. Good 12 minutes gone by here in half number 1. And unfortunately, the stat sheet doesn't have anything to really show for it. Got no fouls, no shots, no offsides, no corner kicks. And obviously, with that, no goals. 0-0 the score. Far side of the field here, Ashland. Blaine forward to Hicks, and right on cue, here's a chance for Ashland. Trying to match up with that speed against Hicks is such a difficult thing to do, but a good response by Northwood's back line to recover and recognize where Hicks was on the move to. And that ball's going to be forced out of play. Last touch by Northwood, but Ashland will have a throw deep in their territory. Towards that right corner flag. Hicks, right foot, spins, plays it inside on the ground. It's cleared away for a moment. Kress chops it up with the right leg. Edge of the 18, it's maintained, and right leg clears it away for Northwood. The difficult things for both of these two teams is they're very defensively minded, and we see that with their formations. Ashland, throwing 1 or 2 forward, maybe max a game in Blaine and Hicks. And on the side of Northwood, they really only have 1 or 2 forward as well. And after that ball cleared this direction from right to left by Northwood, when you could see that the front line for Northwood was heavily outnumbered, it was Claire Gagne, the redshirt freshman from Trenton, Michigan, who was standing there with 3 Eagles all alongside of her. Out of play, Northwood has a throw. Kress will play it forward here to Blaine. Looks forward to Hicks. Beautiful through ball is going to be deflected away by Northwood. And picked up by the goalkeeper, Jacob. Quickly distributed back out to the defense. Kettler. Put it away on the move. And Northwood lets it roll harmlessly out of play. Kettler's been a staple on that back line for quite some time now for Northwood. The senior from Oxford, Michigan. Comes in at just 5'3", but certainly plays above her height back there for the Timberwolves. And no matter who she's matched up against, no matter which team it is, she is a stalwart back there for him defensively. Right leg plays that one sky high towards the Eagle bench, headed out of play. Last touch by Northwood. Blaine. Ball popped up in the air. Hicks with a header. Reminder, she leads this team in goals and assists on the campaign. She's got 11 goals and 7 assists. Both are team highs. The next closest in each category is 6 goals from her counterpart, Tessa Blaine. and 3 assists from Blaine. And sophomore Sophia Devine. 30-35 and counting, about 15 minutes gone by. Close left corner. That ball played on the run, and it's going to be cleared off a member of that Northwood attacking group. It was Addie Turnbull on the clearance. Good to see her back out there. Talked to head coach Kale Polino a couple weeks back, and he'd said he was real excited to see her return to the pitch on game day after suffering an injury way back in the spring campaign that held her out for the start of this year. And coming into today, Turnbull has played in 7 games. For reference, Ashland's played in 17. So to not play in over half of the season certainly is a big hit. But it's nice to see her back out there now, especially when it matters the most with that conference tournament just around the bend. Right down the middle, played on the move, and a beautiful ball. Ran onto in time. What incredible speed. Northwood, right leg sends it back post. Falls down, and Daniel collects it. Back post. Over the head of a Timberwolf and to that back post. And a really awkward one-timer to try to connect on. But either way, Daniel, great positioning to get to the back post and collect that one for her first save of the game. And finally, after 15 minutes, we get our first shot on the game. It comes on goal, and it's a comfortable save for the goaltender, Daniel. Just last week, she was named a Conference Player of the Week. Only allowed 1 goal through 2 games. That came against Ursuline Arrows, but had made 7 saves and maintained a strong campaign for that Eagle back line. Played far right corner of the pitch. 28-35 and counting. Roughly 17 minutes have ticked on by, and we've got just 1 shot from Ashland, 1 shot from Northwood. Craig slows it and plays it on the move here to Turnbull. Although Turnbull was held out for the first couple of weeks of the season, like I mentioned, hasn't shown, much decline in her abilities on the pitch and has really kind of returned back comfortably to her center back position. And there's been very little difference in the productivity, no matter if it was her or anyone else back there. And a very easy foul call there for the referee to make. And we've got it coming against Ashland. At the AU logo, Northwood with a free kick. Looking to make a run here towards the 18, but the Eagles holding a high line. Right leg plays it on the move. Gagne off the chest in the box, and now actually it was a handball. So on the edge of the 18, it'll be a free kick here for Daniel and the Eagles. A look at the Great Midwest Athletic Conference standings. This is the final game of the season. Everybody else in the conference played earlier today. Taking a look, Findlay sits in first with 32 points. Ashland in second with 31. As I mentioned, a winner tie today gives Ashland that number 1 spot. They also hold a tiebreaker over Findlay. Chipped forward here on the move. Gagne off the chest, inside the box, and Richardson and Miss Carrick are there for it. Played back towards the middle here. Pate drops it, wrong direction, and then forward to Hicks. Hicks and company try to spin off and play this forward, but Northwood will regain it. But outside of Findlay and Ashland, Cedarville sits third with 28 points. Northwood in fourth with 26. Lake Erie with 25, and Thomas More with 19. So the standings are currently clinched for those top 6 spots. It's just a little bit of jostling of those positions if Ashland is to fall to Northwood or if Ashland is to beat Northwood. Ball caroms down inside the box. Good stop by Ashland's defense. Pate towards the middle of the field here. It's back to a 2-on-3 here. Hicks trying to wait for some bodies forward, though, and Ashland very slow to get up the field right now. They were outnumbered there for a moment, 2-7. Back far side. We'll go forward towards that Northwood bench. Played on the move here to Hicks. That's Blaine on it. Blaine far right corner. past one, sending a ball in, and it's going to be last touched by a Northwood. And we finally have our first corner kick of the game 20 minutes in. We've got 25-30 and counting to go. And then outside of the 6 teams that made it, Ohio Dominican, Malone, Walsh, Tiffin, Ursuline, and Kentucky Wesleyan round out the standings. Dropped back here on the ground, looking for a better chance to send a ball inside the box. Perfect ball, back post, punched away. Lindsey Jacob, one of the best goalkeepers in the conference, gets rid of that one, and we've got a throw here, close corner. She'll definitely have a good case and be in the running for goalkeeper of the year. And a penalty kick. We've got a PK. Going up against Northwood on the edge of the box. Hicks was wrapped up and slammed down by Ashton Lang. She'll take a yellow card, and we've got ourselves a PK. What a critical call. Just over 20 minutes into this one. And it's going to be Danny Hicks to do the honors to net her 12th goal of the campaign. In what is the biggest moment for Ashland to gain a head start in this one, en route to being number 1 in the conference. Lindsey Jacob on her line. Had come up big for Northwood just 2 seasons ago in the conference championship in PKs. Can she do it here early? Hicks has 11 on the campaign. Looks to make it 12. Trots up. Right leg sends it. Bottom right corner. And the Eagles take a 1-0 edge. Just 20 minutes into the game. When you need her the most, Danny Hicks arrives, and there she does. Drawing the penalty kick, and then is able to place that ball in the bottom right corner. The goalkeeper dove left. She now has 12 goals on the season to go alongside 7 assists, and that pushes her point total on the season up over 30. And I think it was a hair pull. And we might have another card potentially. Northwood's getting fiery here in the last couple of minutes. And a member of Ashland was ripped down to the deck. And I don't know if, I wish we had a better angle on it, because I think that there was a hair pull there. Either that, it was just a dramatic fall. But wow. Like I said, some fireworks going off between these two teams. And understandably so, with such momentum and intensity riding on it. In terms of conference standings. Right arm goes up. Right leg sends this one. Barreling towards the box. Chopped down. Pate tries to play it off the left side of the box. Will win it back here for Ashland. Looks to dump it here middle to Craig. She'll open up with the right leg. Has Miss Carrick on the move. Towards this close right corner. A beautiful ball. Kettler's there. Good box out. Miss Carrick trying to get there. She'll keep it in. And nearly played it off of Kettler. Just tried to get the angle on it. It goes out. And we've got a Lindsey Jacob goal kick. Lots in attendance here at Ferguson Field. Not sure if there are many, though, supporting the Timberwolves. That's a long drive to make from Midland, Michigan. But a lot of purple here in the stands to try to will the Eagles to a victory. They lead 1-0 with 23-13 and counting remaining in the first half of play. Through balls stopped by Turnbull. Again. Craig. Right leg forward to Hicks. She'll trap it down, play it forward. Little give and go potentially for Blaine. Instead opens up and goes middle of the field, and then it's turned over. Just an awkward ball there, and one of those things that you see from time to time from a freshman. She's had herself an incredible campaign. But understandably, too, being in her first season, things like that will happen. Daniel out for it and collects it. Ashland scored on just their second shot of the game, and they're only on goal on that penalty kick. Right now, we've got a combined total of 3 shots between either team, 2 on goal, 1 corner kick, and then 3 fouls for the Timberwolves and 1 for Ashland. 22-10 and counting. Ball back to the midfield here, and a player's down for Northwood. Foul called against Ashland. Player slow to get up there was Chloe Wishart, the freshman from Trenton, Michigan. Hicks drawing with the referee right now. Right leg. Beautiful ball. Over everybody, towards the goaltender, Daniel. Ball in limbo, bottom right corner. We're tied right back up. Out of practically nowhere. Foul call. Beautiful ball in the box, hanging up in the air. Bodies crash on top of it. Daniel can't handle the first attempt at collecting the ball and bringing it in. And then a follow-up from Northwood places it bottom right corner. And we've got ourselves a 1-1 game here from Ferguson Field. An instant classic here on the campus of Ashland University here in the final game of the 2025 Great Midwest Athletic Conference regular season. 2 top teams battling it out here today with a lot riding on either team coming away with a win. Headed forward by Richardson. Tremendous speed, and she's hit from behind. Foul called. Reminder, the last time these 2 teams faced, it was a foul total of 6 and 5 for either one of these 2 sides. And today we've got already 6 combined. 4 for the Timberwolves, 2 for Ashland. So we're already on pace to surpass that mark tenfold here in potentially just the first half. Right leg sends a ball towards the mix, and nobody's there on the move for Ashland. Lots of flat feet inside the box, and that ball rolls out of play. 20-10 and counting. $19-15 and counting left. Under 19 remains. Free kick here for the Eagles. Ball set up here. Played forward here, close right corner. On the move, everybody chasing this one down as it goes out of play. I'm pretty sure this last touch by Northwood, but Kettler was trying to leave it. Substitutions coming for both of these 2 teams.
Now in the game for the Timberwolves, number 23, Lila Brundage.
Brundage checking in for the Timberwolves.
14, Sophia Devine.
And Devine for Ashland. $17:35 and counting. Quickly moving first half of play here ever since we saw 2 goals be found, one for either party. Popped up into the air. Hicks on the move against Kettler, and a foul called. Hicks continues to play aggressive for Ashland. Talk with the referee there as the two bodies had collided, Kettler and Hicks, and the foul's called like an inch or two off the goal line. A really awkward spot, honestly, for a team to kind of reset and try to play forward from as you see that ball go off the right leg of Craig. Will help give the Timberwolves a chance to catch their breath here and move down the field. Miss Carrick's got to be careful there. Full double arm extension to the backside. Headed up into the air. Back forward, Hicks nearly taken down by Kettler. Great challenge, timed perfectly. Blaine, though, gets by. As Devine plays it to her inside the box. Ashland, 4 are in there. Devine, past 1, past a second, cuts it back, tries to go to Blaine, and it's cleared away. Buckman steps up big for Northwood and rises to the occasion to get that ball out. 16-15 and counting. Far corner. Stays in the field of play. Hicks passes it off the Pate. Sky high popped up. Flicked back over to Kress. Left leg on the move towards Devine. Nearly perfectly finding her. Had a great move just a couple of minutes ago to get by a defender. This time we'll try to nutmeg her and she'll have the ball played off herself. Throw on the far sideline comes just a couple steps away from that Northwood bench. We got a lot of changes here for Ashland again. If you've never watched an Ashland University game, you won't be aware of that. Head coach Caleb Polino loves to dive into that bench, but you'll see it an awful lot here today. I mean, he might go anywhere from 8 to 16 deep on his bench. And truly puts a lot of trust in, athletes across all classes, whether it's a freshman or a senior. Everybody has their role off the bench to provide a spark for this Ashland side. Especially in the last 15 minutes or so and a half. That's certainly when he makes the most amount of his changes. Throw for Northwood, but whistle blows, and because we got a change for Northwood, that's why they didn't want him going that fast. 14 to go. That ball out of play. Ashland has another throw. Far right corner regained by Ashland. Played back towards the 18. Good move to get by 1. Past a second. Ball popped up again, and Northwood might have another clearance here. But they've got to get through a bunch of Eagles. Last touch by Ashland. Bachman, Waito, and Brundage are the individuals in for the Timberwolves. Devine was that earlier substitution. Still waiting to hear official confirmation on the rest. Avery Perkins in for the Eagles alongside Ella Schneider. Ella Boyd's out for the Timberwolves, and in is Madison Corder. Right leg plays it here. Close side. Miss Carrick settles it with the right foot. Right leg plays it on the move. Kettler takes it away. Down at 12:20 to go here in the half. Really good distribution from Northwood. I mean, they're very unselfish as a team, and their passes all, besides that one there right on cue, have had a good destination in mind with it. Under 12. Throw here for Ashland. Perkins tripped up from behind. Was hit by Kettler and Diamante. Ashland's going to load the box here. Kress loads up the right leg. Ball hanging but dying off just before the 18 bounces in. Chance for a shot. This ball's cleared away by Northwood. Back to the midfield line. Left leg sends it forward. And popped out of play. Turnball opens up. She's got a lot of pressure from her left side. Will clear it away to Kettler of Northwood. Timberwolves, a reminder, they're right back tied in this one, so it's practically a clean slate. Kettler. All the way to Fossil. Fossil and Crest, two new additions for Ashland this season, have played both very important roles for the defense for the Eagles. I mean, Ashland notoriously has had great defenses over the last couple of seasons. And every year, I feel like they've just got a revolving door of potential prospects and newcomers to fill that spot. And we very rarely see any difference in the production that they put out on the field. Down to single digits, 9:40 and counting. Taken away by Miss Carrick. Back to Craig. Turnball. To the middle. Pops it all the way back defensively here. Richardson tried to go a bit fast with it and kicks off her heel. Fortunately, no one in the vicinity for Northwood, so Ashland can just reset and open up now this side. Turnball right leg. Great ball here on the move, and the speed just not there for it. Right in front. Shot. Saved. Going front post on the attempt there was Perkins on the awkward deflection. And then it is saved front post. 8:40 to go here in the first half. 1-1 the score. The Eagles on the field right now as substitutes. Perkins, Devine, Thomas, and Schneider. It's great to see Schneider back out there as well, as you know, she's a player too, had been banged up and actually saw her in a walking boot a couple of weeks back. So to see her back out there and playing is important. Some of those staples, I mean, you think of the staples from last season that were retained by the Eagles who didn't graduate. And some of the simple ones that come to mind are Schneider, Hightower, and Turnball, and all three of them haven't been on the same field at the same time. I think all season outside of, you know, late stages matchups like today. Thrown towards that far corner. Northwood's got people there. Comes off the foot awkwardly. Popped right back up into the mix. Cleared away by Turnball. Ashland can't afford a slip up here, as they'd love to head into the break with either things level or obviously a goal up in hand. But Northwood's kind of put themselves on a trajectory forward right now in this breakneck pace as they look to give themselves a momentum-flipping moment. Back down the middle. Good stick two from the Northwood defender. That's number 23, Lila Brundage. Down under 7 minutes. .645 and counting. Cleared. Right at the forwards, Blaine and Hicks have been replaced with Perkins and Thomas. That back line hasn't changed for Ashland. Very rarely does. Head coach Caleb Blaine loves to at least keep some of the staple defenders out there, and Fossil and Turnbaugh, and at least Richardson. And what a ball on the move. Miss Carrick, the speed. 2-on-3. Ball played towards the middle, and nobody's forward for it. Taken back here by Craig. Right back here to Kress. 5:50 and counting. Chipped up here, close right corner on the move. Miss Carrick, and she's shoved down by Kettler. Will fight back with her. And now they'll call the foul. Goes against the Timberwolves in close right corner. A whistle favors the away side. Under 5:30 to go until we're at the halftime break in a back-and-forth affair between Ashland and Northwood. We've got just 50 minutes left in this matchup. Still plenty of time for someone to take the lead and leave with 3 points. Reminder, our goals today came in the 20th minute and 23rd minute. So it came within 3 minutes of one another. The Eagles just was scored on a penalty kick by Danny Hicks, and Ella Boyd found the back of the net for the Timberwolves. Right leg plays it back towards the middle here. Opened up. Schneider drops it. Right leg looks to play it here to the edge of the 18. Turnbaugh. Miss Carrick. Right leg sends this ball soaring down the field. Thomas lets it go by. Craig, a freshman, I think, has been out there this entire half. Plays it off to Schneider. Good win. Playing a right mid role for the Eagles. Kettler collides against Thomas. That ball goes out of play. And Kettler is one of those players in that back line. Like I said, she plays bigger than her size, and she frustrates opposing teams. I mean, she's just such a physical member of that back line. As 4 will come in, 4 will go out for Ashland. Erling checks in. Izzy Rogers in as well. Audrey Kalmar in. The last one for Ashland is Aubrey Steiner, the sophomore from Columbus. Off of Kalmar, Erling, and they're going to call a handball against Erling. Left leg sends this ball soaring down the pitch, right down to the midfield. Nearly re-won by Ashland. Erling tripped up. Right leg plays it forward. Fossil. Big boot there. Northwood maybe looking to find something here late. And they've really put the pressure on some of these substitutions for Ashland. 2:15 to go. Flicked back with the right. Left leg plays it forward. Rogers is there. Northwood flips it to this close side of the field. Miss Carrick from behind. Good work here by Kress. Such control with the ball. Kettler. Is it back for Northwood? Then it's lost immediately. Funk. Kalmar. Good ball, but colliding hard there was Kettler and Funk. And Funk slow to get up here. Down to the last 70 seconds of half number one. 1-1 the score. Erling. Kalmar, corner to Funk. Funk takes her time, plays it off of Kettler. Cuts it back inside. Bodies collide again. Ball still takes an awkward tumble. Funk is hitting the leg again. Cleared away by Northwood. 40 seconds left. Are we in for some late heroics for either one of these two teams? Down to the last 30 seconds. That ball rolls out. Ashland has it thrown in front of their own bench. Down to 10 seconds. This ball played forward, headed away by the Timberwolves, kicked away towards the middle. And there's not enough time for either one of these two teams to go pretty much the length of the pitch here. And that is how we will end at the halftime break. The score stays level, 1-1. Let's go through some of the stats before we return for half number two. Taking a look at both of these two teams. Obviously a very hard-fought battle. 1 goal for either side. 3 shots for the Eagles, 2 for the Timberwolves. 2 shots on goal each. 1 corner kick. 6 fouls for the Timberwolves and 5 for the Eagles. And back here inside the press box at Ferguson Field on the campus of Ashland University, I'm Cade Krackus bringing you the halftime report between these two teams. And to really summarize what we saw, I mean, it was a lot of midfield play for the first roughly 15, 20 minutes or so. Then after that, in the 20th minute, Ashland was able to draw a foul on the edge of the 18. It was actually just inside. Danny Hicks was pulled down to the ground and drew a penalty kick. Was able to place that ball in the bottom right corner and open things up with a 1-0 lead over the Timberwolves here at home. But then just about 3 minutes later, guess what? Ashland committed a foul. But this time it wasn't inside the box. It was out the midfield line. And from there, a ball played inside the box, eventually ping-ponged its way around. Northwood got on the receiving end of it, and the right leg played it into the bottom right corner to bring us level. So these two teams competing back and forth at a very, very high level, and it's understandably so why these two teams are at the top of the Great Midwest Athletic Conference standings at this point in the campaign. We're just a couple of days away from the tournament beginning. And a reminder, Ashland will clinch the #1 spot in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference with a tie or a win. So they've just got to do what they're doing now, if not be a little bit better, and they'll be able to march that #1 spot. But they can't afford to take home a loss. Northwood looking to play spoilers here at home. We'll step aside, join you back here soon for half number 2. You don't want to miss out on the next 45 minutes right here. You're watching the Eagle Network on FloCollege. Welcome back here on the campus of Ashland University. It's Great Midwest Athletic Conference women's soccer action. I'm Cade Krakus here on the Eagle Network on FloCollege. We've got second half action between these two teams set to go here in just a few moments. And as we get ready to see what they'll provide for us here in the second half, a reminder that this game is determinant on who is ultimately going to end up being the number 1 seed in the conference tournament. Eagles moving from right to left. The Timberwolves from left to right. Reminder, Ashland enters today 11-2-4 in the season. 9-0-4 in conference play. In home games, they're 6-1-1, 5-0-1. Their lone loss at home came against Grand Valley State. That game against the Lakers. Just a 1-0 finish as we wait for things to be underway here for the second half. Ashland comes in as a number 2 seed right now, just 1 point behind the University of Findlay, who sits with 32 points on the season. And we're underway. Cutting into the mix. Ashland's got a bit of fire here to start. Hicks waits, plays it back outside. Edge of the 18, cutting by. Craig looking for a cross now. Sends a beautiful ball above. Jacob poked around, poked it into her own goal. An own goal to start the second half, just 27 seconds in. And Ashland leads 2-1. Oh, heartbreak for the Timberwolves. What a surge from Ashland. You know, one thing's for sure. If you've ever watched a game coached by head coach Caleb Bolino, a multi-time coach of the year, he's sitting back the rest of the half. Up 2-1. They've got what they need. They need a win or a tie. And he's probably going to drop everybody back here soon. But for now, they'll maintain their structure here to second half play. But in due time, they're going to be 9-10 deep back because they'd have to allow 2 goals this half now to not win the conference. Blaine tripped up in the box. They'll say that they went off contact, so Northwood will survive a potential PK call. Back over to Richardson. Throwing right down the middle. Right leg pops it. And bounces out of play. Richardson to Hightower. Hightower drops it. Played back towards the GMAC logo. Recovered by Blaine. Hightower towards the box. Spinning. Hicks grabbed on all ends. Trying to fight through. And they'll call a foul against her. And you can hear the Eagle faithful here in attendance frustrated by that call. 43-30 and counting. The Eagles to avoid playing this Saturday and would play Thursday and Saturday next week if they have a win here today or a draw. Leading 2-1. Hicks spins. Right leg plays it forward. Controlled and maintained here. Now Pate, left leg, front post, bounces in. Goal number 3 for Ashland. Out of the blue, the Eagles now lead by 2. What an incredible start to the second half for Ashland. 1 minute and 50 seconds have gone by, and they've netted 2. 3-1 the score now, and Ashland's not settled. Richardson, header out of play. And for reference, they only have 4 shots on the game. 3 on goal, 3 goals. Back to Daniel. 42-35 and counting. Two-goal edge now for Ashland out of practically thin air. What a start to half number 2. And what could clinch them the Great Midwest Athletic Conference regular season title and number 1 in the tournament. They'd receive a bye for a game on Saturday and would not have to play again until Thursday, where they'd also host this coming week. Richardson drops it. Blaine cuts. Crossing ball cleared away. And that ball goes out here, corner flag. Hightower, close left corner. Left leg plays it off of a member of Northwood, out of play. And they're going to say to throw. So Ashland has a throw here, close left corner. Edge of the 6. 40-45 and counting. Rolled forward off the quick play by Northwood. I mean, I don't know if they've lost their spark or what, but they allowed 2, and they seem like they're waving the white flag already. Hightower drops it all the way back. Turn ball. Far side of the pitch. Tripped up, and a foul call. It was Miss Carrick who was slammed down to the turf just a step or 2 on the Northwood's half of the field. Right arm goes up, right leg sends it. Barreling towards the box. Popped up into the air, headed back into the mix. Richardson now here close left corner. Plays it off a member of Northwood. We've got a corner kick. Just the second of the game and the first here in half number 2. Dropped short, off to Richardson. Right leg pops it in, back post. Punched away by Jacob, and offsides is the call. Seven minutes have passed. Sorry, 6 minutes. 39 minutes to go. Edge of the box, tripped up. Good challenge by Northwood to get that ball away. Towards the box, headed away. The Timberwolves now here close left corner with 36 to go. Look to throw this one in. Now played over here. Drop back to Hightower. Right leg sends this forward. Hicks. Edge of the 18. Inside. Kettler, great challenge. Right spot at the right time, but that is a tough challenge to take. Might have taken the cleats of Hicks. We're about 10 minutes in here to half number 2, and it's been all Ashland the entire time. 2 goals, multiple corner kicks, multiple chances, and another one here as the right arm goes up. The right leg sent it. Just outside the 6. Trip up, foul called. Northwood's got to be careful. Lots of foul calls have really hindered any chance for them to, gain any momentum and push the ball back the other direction. They've gotten called with 9 fouls now. Got 1 yellow card. That came on the penalty kick situation. Went against Lang for Northwood, ultimately resulting in Danny Hicks netting 1. But as I mentioned, Ashland right now in the driver's seat. They control their own destiny to be the number 1 team in the conference. They'd have to give up 3 goals in the next 34 minutes to not host. Right leg plays it on the ground. Low rider all the way to the goaltender, Jacob. Kress clears it. On a volley towards Daniel. Takes an awkward hop right in front of her and had to surge the gloves up quickly to make a play on the ball. Trip up, foul called against nobody. We'll say play on. It was an all ball for Ashland. Grab from behind. Fossil. Right leg plays it. That ball's going to be poked away and taken back by the Timberwolves. And they're playing on the road here at Ferguson Field, so not only is it a tough place to play, but it's more a tough place to play when down. Trailing by 2 goals. A pretty handful. Timberwolves have just 3 shots, 3 on goal, and a goal today. Have put very little pressure on Daniel. That back line has done a lot of good work to avoid much coming the way of Daniel. Fossil a header off the chest of Kress. Kress with 2 converging on her, plays it forward. And here's what I mentioned a little bit. After the first roughly 13 minutes or so, Ashland's still has a couple bodies forward, but they're not really pressing as much as they had been, obviously, coming out of the break and then in half number 1. They're trying to play back and smart, and you see that line of about 6 that have stayed back. And their rotation is just pristine as well. I mean, there's always those back 4, and they just lean whichever direction, and then the center defensive midfielder, Kress, and then either the right midfielder or left midfielder do the same. And today that's either Hightower or Craig, depending which side it's on. Stoppage here for a substitution for the Timberwolves. 31-30 and counting left here in the half. Looking for a throw in here for the Timberwolves. Down the line it goes. Headed over the top side of Richardson. Player thrown down. Stoppage of the clock, and we might see a yellow card. And that is going to be the case. It's going to go against Northwood's number 12. That's Claire Gagne. So 2 yellow cards now in the game for Northwood. which feels like a lot in one game, especially on the women's side of things. Very rarely see tensions boil that much or collisions that warrant yellow cards. On the season, they've gotten 13. So an average of less than 1 a game, and today they've got 2. Chip back wide right. Good follow-up by Hicks there to try to curl something backwards. Last time these two teams played, October 15th. Ashland was ranked number 16 at the time, and a 1-1 draw. Today they lead 3-1 as the number 13 team in the nation. And they'll return right back to this very pitch next Thursday if they can conclude this one with a victory. So in 9 days, they'll be back here at Ferguson Field looking to play host to 3 other teams in the semifinal round, and then if they can march their way to a championship, potentially playing that themselves. But a reminder, in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference, no matter who hosts the semis, they host the championship as well, even if the host site isn't in it. Hightower back, Fossil. Turn ball. Right leg sends it on the move. Craig, right in front of her bench. And what an awkward collision. And last touch by Ashland. This season, the Timberwolves are averaging 12 shots a game. Today, they're being held to just 3. They've scored 21 goals this season, an average of just 1 a game. So they're very, very defensive-minded, like we said. 1.3 goals for, 0.5 against. I mean, that's a very slim margin of error to have, and we're unfortunately seeing that on display today. With Ashland leading by 2, 3-1. Changes coming in here for the Timberwolves again as the Timberwolves are looking for a potential spark off the bench. Head coach Michael Corhonen, the third-year manager for this team, trying to see if he can dive into that bench and get somebody to come out here and make a difference. Turnbaugh nearly being beat far side, but has a good response from herself and Miss Carrick to help. A bunch of other Eagles converge, and they'll put a stop to this attack for a moment here. Turnball clears to the corner. Ashland's there. Right leg sends it. And look at that, the comfortable control for the back line of Ashland. There's one thing you really can't question about Ashland, and it's their defense. Everything else has had its bumps and errors at times this season, but you very rarely see Ashland's defense play any hindrance to this Eagles team's success. 27-50 and counting. We got a stoppage here. Those substitutions that have come in here today for Ashland, a reminder in the first half, Funk, Perkins, Kalmar, Devine, Thomas, Erling, Schneider, Zeider. We'll more than likely see them back in the game here in half number 2, if not a whole load of others as well. Played close side. Boyd. Ball off on her right foot, plays it all the way down the field. This one down to Barnhart. Who's kind of one of those speedsters that Northwood's trying to get involved a bit here today, but just hasn't been able to get that extra step to get onto that ball and get a one-on-one chance against the goaltender, Daniel. She's got 2 saves today. And a throw here for Northwood. I don't think that ball ever went in the field of play. And we've got a stoppage. Because Northwood has to throw it in where the original throw was at, because it didn't go in, never went in. So here's the throw for Boyd to no man's land. Headed back towards the 6. Ashland's got to clear it off a member of Northwood. Back to the corner. Right leg chops it up into the air, and that's headed to Jack Miller Stadium. 26-10 and counting. Nearly 20 minutes gone by here in half number 2. Doesn't feel like that at all, as this game's gone by relatively fast. Slowly approaching 8 p.m. here in Ashland, Ohio. And cleared away. Tossed into Hightower. She'll drop it back to Richardson. Richardson slows up and plays it on the move here to Hicks. Tries to let it go between the legs, and it's cleared out. Off the leg of Pate, out of play, Northwood throw. Good challenge by Turnbull to win it. Two bodies collide. Hope that she's going to be okay, as that was number 16 for the Timberwolves that went down hard. It was Mari Jackson. In the mix, collides with a member of Ashland. That was Richardson. No call, comes back from the onside position. And finally, Daniel jumps on top of it. Reminder that we are just weeks away from the winter seasons coming upon us here at Ashland University. We'll have more swimming and diving, men's and women's basketball, wrestling. On the move, Hicks, edge of the 18. Looking for a small avenue to go to Blaine. Shot, front post, in! Danny Hicks to Tessa Blaine in the back of the net. Just like that, Ashland makes it 4-1 out of a first half that saw just one goal scored. They have tacked on a whole bunch of goals of teams that are entering into the conference tournament, consisting of Findlay, Cedarville, Northwood, Lake Erie, and Thomas More. Outside of the 5-0 win against Thomas More on the road, this is their largest margin of potential victory of every opponent. Daniel comes out for it. "4-1 the score. Handball called. Barnhart called with it. Apologies, that's Jackson. Booted back the other direction. Right leg plays it on the move here. (22-15) and counting. Far left corner. Spun around and booted out of play by Northwood.
Substitutions for the Timberwolves, number 14, Madison Quarter. And for the Eagles, number 7, Callie Funk.
Ball pops sky high up into the air. And out of play it goes. Northwood has got themselves a goal kick.
Into the game for the Timberwolves, number 9, Ella Boyd.
20-30 and counting left. Ashland leads by 3, 4-1. Edge of the box and out of play. Funk back out on the field here for the Eagles. Playing that striker spot alongside Blaine. Header down by Pate. Left leg clears it. This ball staying with Northwood right now as they're on the attack. Coming close side of the field. High ball played towards Daniel off the crossbar. And they'll say she did not touch it, so it'll be a goal kick. But, you know, we've seen situations like that where that ball can carry them down quickly and end up in the back of the net. So incredibly good positioning from Daniel to at least get a hand up there. Ashland sticks with possession here. Ashland far side. Funk. Good win back here for Ashland. A push from behind. And Ashland draws some more contact. Ball goes out of play. 17:30 to go. Eagles currently out shooting the Timberwolves 7-4. Shots on goal 4-3. Corner kicks 3-0. Fouls 11 for Northwood, 7 for Ashland. Knocked out of play. Left leg sends this ball soaring on the move now. Retreated on and won by Rogers. Funk with some Incredible pressure up front. The speed is just unmatched. Out of play. Hightower back towards the middle. Right leg plays it forward on the move here. Out of play. Throw down the line here. 15:45 and counting. Ashland comfortably sits with a 3-goal advantage right now, 4-1, and does not look to be backing off of it. Reminder that their goals have come in the 20th minute. Jacob, nice control. Collides with her teammate. 20th minute by Danny Hicks on a penalty kick. In the 46th minute by Emily Pate. 65th minute by Tessa Blaine. And an own goal in the 45th minute. It was just 27 seconds into the second half when that own goal was scored. So down under 15 minutes to go. Ashland will draw some contact. We'll have a free kick here at the AU logo. Popped up in the air. Regained by Funk. And out of play. Northwood is going back the other direction here now on a counterattack past the midfield line. Right leg plays this one forward. And look at the speed of Ashland's defense to recover here and put a stop to that Northwood attack. And a push in the corner. Foul called. But that speed has just been incredible today. The combination of the edges of Richardson and Miss Garrick, and then in the middle, Fossil and Turnbaugh. I mean, everybody's played their role to perfection today. Under 13:30 to go. Ashland in the driver's seat to finish this one out. With just that lone goal being allowed in the 23rd minute. Right leg sends it forward. Headed back the other direction. Popped up into the air. Kettler. She'll contest. Richardson. Kettler sticks with it here for Northwood. Saying, I'll do it myself from defense to offense. Tripped up, edge of the box. And we've got ourselves a free kick here. Maybe a step or two outside towards the corner flag. And this is a prime spot for Northwood to be in. 12:45 and counting. That wall for Ashland will have 2 in front of it. Edge of the 6. Left arm up, right leg chips it. Good ball, front post, going to die off. Daniel clears it, and a high ball flies away. And Daniel ran into someone on Northwood's side who's down in a heap. And the foul called goes against her. And we've got a stoppage. We'll step aside, join you back here soon. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Eagle Network on FloCollege. 12:15 to go here. After the injury timeout, the score sits 4-1 in favor of Ashland over Northwood. Rogers plays it forward here. Glad to see the member of the Timberwolves able to get off the field under her own power. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see the number as she was making her way off. We got some jarring between Richardson and number 23, the Timberwolves, Lila Brundage. And they'll get a talking to. Whistle blows. Richardson, a very physical player, so I think that's probably partially due to what the reasoning for the discussion is. Crest clears it. 11-11 and counting.
Substitutions for the Timberwolves. Number 1, Alyssa Stroick. 2, Michaela McGee. 27, Savannah Garcia. Number 36, Emma Paparella.
Ten 35 and counting. Daniel now gets this ball set up here for a goal kick. .10:05 and counting. Daniel with the right leg. Richardson takes it away. Left leg on the move. And out of play it goes. Another Ashland throw here. And we've got a ton of substitutions. Is this all 11? Looks real close to it. I think there's 9. Maybe 8? It is going to be 8. 8 come off. 8 come on. And a ton of Eagles have made their way onto the field. Headed backwards. Boot it up into the air. And out it goes. Callie Funk sends this one right down the middle of the field towards that GMAC logo. The Timberwolves have a new goalkeeper in. Forgot to mention that. Stroik is in. Down towards the corner. Stroik is the goaltender who's, I don't think she's played this season, I think is the catch. According to the stats, yep, she's not played this year. Every other minute of a game has gone the way of Jacob. So she'll get the last roughly 11 minutes or so of today's outing. McGee out there as well for Northwood alongside Garcia and Paparella. Ashland trying to get there. Gooley, who's into the game for the Eagles. Funk.
Substitutions for the Timberwolves. Number 8, Chloe O'Laughlin. 20, Ayana Blake.
Off the left foot. Brought down here by Northwood. Taken back here by Ashland. Good footwork here to get by the defense. And then turned over. Alex Grant out there as well for the Eagles. Cooley's tripped up on the play. Also into the game for Ashland. Abby Strauss. There she is. She'll kick it out of play. Sophia Devine back into the matchup as well. .6:45 and counting remains. Inside the box. Right leg sends it into the netting and out of play on the shot attempt for the Timberwolves. Number 36, that was Emma Paparella, a sophomore. Down to 6:05 and counting.
Into the game for the Eagles, number 15,
Rachel McCool comes in. Member of Ashland University's SAC committee. Off her head, up into the air. Devine retreats onto it. Northwood maintains it. Grant on the move. And out of play, it's going to be a Northwood throw. A couple Eagle faithful sharing their frustrations. Devine. And out of play. It's an Ashland throw. And it's McCool. She's got gloves on. I figured she wasn't going to throw that. Drops it back here to Funk. Ella Garner out onto the field as well for the Eagles. Ella Schneider, 2. And it's a Northwood throw. Headed out of play. 5:15 and counting. Toss down the line. Towards the edge of the 18. 4:45 and counting. Right leg sends this ball edge of the box. Popped up in the air by Garner. She'll challenge. Outside shot. Daniel makes the save. Number 3 for her on the game. Probably could have let that one go out of play, but either way, the goalkeeper collection can not only waste a bit more time off the clock, but also give her a better boot down the field. Chops it in the right leg, sends it on a punt. Over the head of Erling. Far side of the field here. Northwood is not quit until the very last whistle, but this game will more than likely, unless a miracle can happen in the next 4 minutes, go down with Ashland pulling off a victory here at home. Under 4 to go. 4-1 the score. Ashland leads by 3. Goals scored by Blaine Hicks Pate and an own goal. Out of play. Another goal kick. And out of play that ball goes. McCool. Loads up and sends this one to Erling. Out of play. And we've got a goal kick here for Northwood, to the frustrations of Eagle faithful. Down under 2 minutes left. Inside the box, and we've got a foul called against Ashland. Again, Ashland till the very end is not letting this one go to rest, and under 90 seconds to go, they lead by 3 still. Second half has been dominated all by them after an incredible first 5 minutes of play, roughly. Just nearly unstoppable, finding the back of the net twice.
1 minute remaining. Less than 1 minute remaining in the second half.
Funk, a throw. Down under 60 seconds left. Schneider lays it off here to McCool on the move. Goes flying towards the corner. That's touched by Ashland. 35 seconds left. Off of Erling. Ball pokes down. Kicked forward. Funk on the trap. Out of play. 20 seconds left and a 3-goal lead for the Eagles. 15 seconds. Northwood looking for maybe one to cushion the blow. And a stoppage. Strauss is going to pick up a yellow here. Very late. Right leg loaded up, send it towards the keeper, Daniel, and she'll catch it. And with 5 seconds left, the clock's going to tick away, and your 2025 Great Midwest Athletic Conference regular season champions are the Ashland University Eagles. In 4-1 fashion over the Northwood Timberwolves in a second half surge, the Eagles come out and dominate here at home. And what a great showing it was here today, with 4 total goals being scored. Blaine, Hicks, Pate, and company all helped get the job done in what is certainly a memorable performance for Ashland, as they will now host the semifinal and championship rounds of the GMAC tournament on next Thursday and next Saturday, November 13th and 15th. Those games will be played at 3:30 and 6:30 on Thursday and 5 p.m. on Saturday. Again, that final score, 4-1 in favor of Ashland over Northwood. Some final numbers for you. 7 shots for either team, 4 on goal for each party. Ashland with 3 corner kicks, Northwood with 0. Foul calls, 13 against Northwood, 8 against Ashland. And then in terms of yellow cards, 3 in total distributed between both these two sides, 2 for Northwood, 1 for Ashland. But when all is said and done, you circle back to the start of the second half. You see the 27-second in own goal. And then after that, 2 minutes later, a goal by Emily Pate on an assist from Tessa Blaine and Danny Hicks. And then roughly with about 25 minutes left in the game, it's Tessa Blaine who finishes it and puts the final nail in the coffin to give them a 4-1 victory over the Northwood Timberwolves. For Brandon Gunder on camera, for Madison Gropey on the laptop as our producer tonight, I'm Cade Krakus saying so long as your number 13 nationally ranked Ashland University Eagles are the 2025 Great Midwest Athletic Conference regular season champions.